Hey everybody, welcome to Miscast Commentary. I am Joe Findlay.
I'm Tbo, the Sailor Murray.
He's in there somewhere. He's living in the mist right now. Stephen King's The Mist has come to life and has taken him. Or he's dropped his phone a bunch of times. That might also be...
Yeah, it's a little both.
It's
a little both.
Yeah.
You think that you're going to be in the fucking mist and you're not going to drop your phone a bunch of times?
Constantly. The mist...
Holy fuck.
It adds a moisture to you. There's a whole thing to it.
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome. But we are here. We are doing a new style of thing. If you're watching this on YouTube, we're actually live right now on YouTube, Twitch, and on Riverside.fm, where you can actually call in if you're there. So somebody's actually watching on YouTube right now. Hello to that. But yeah, if you follow the links anywhere on any of the socials, use my social Miscast Joe, you'll find the link to this on Riverside, and you can call in from there. Our call-in topic today will be Ask Us Anything. Our call-in topic next time will probably be the same, because I find it very hard to believe that anybody's going to call in this first time.
Whatever.
I think we need to establish this a little bit first and maybe get out the information a little bit more than, hey, we're doing this right now. But that's fine.
It's going to take a while for it to catch wildfire online.
Yes,
that
man,
one person's going to be like, hey, these guys are talking live. Let's call in.
Look at all the cameras. So this is a different camera that I showed you from the last time. So I got two of these guys. I'm going to put them all over my house and then create an HBO sexy show.
Yeah, I like that.
That's
all
the
yourself,
ideal
though. There's nobody else. It's just you.
Just be scratching my fat ass.
Yep, exactly.
And just be just with the most sultry music underneath it.
Sultry.
I don't know. I didn't know what else to say. So, been forever. How the hell are you, my man?
Oh my god, I'm okay. Okay, we talked yesterday. I'm having female problems.
Yeah,
That's about it. I've been at work for way the fuck too long.
Yeah, man. I kept thinking I was missing you. And be like, I was like, man, have I been too busy to check in to see what's going on? And then we were talking, and then you're like, no, people just keep not showing up, so I just been staying.
I've been at work for a million years.
Yeah, well, I've missed you. We're glad to have you back. We tried to figure this out last week, and we couldn't quite get it figured out, but now that we've got it set up...
This is way cooler than whatever the fuck that was.
Yeah, the thing we tried doing this on Discord last time, and it was messy, and it didn't work quite as well. This is a much cleaner version where we can just all join in together, and we can have audiences join us, and we can multi-stream all at the same time. So all wonderful stuff. But
did you see the preview for Brave New World?
No, I haven't.
It's fucking awesome, dude. This movie looks wicked.
Really?
I know people are like, did you see the new Thunderbolts preview?
Yes, I've seen the Thunderbolts preview.
With Sentry.
Yeah. Yeah, it's looking fun.
Sentry is I'm guessing he's going to be on their side. Because there was no way in fucking hell that the Thunderbolts could take Sentry.
Yeah. I don't know, these are ones that I just don't know enough about. So I'm an easy mark for them just telling me. You tell me what to think, and I'll.
The only way that I know of Sentry, is because when I read World War Hulk, he came back, and he was the strongest the Hulk has ever been. Yeah, and they said him stomping his legs would knock a continent into the water.
That's unfortunate.
And they called Sentry. In the World War Hulk, they're Sentry, they're you have to stop being a depressed, piece of shit and get out of bed and fucking go fight the Hulk.
How many times, minus the Hulk fighting, how many times have you had to have that conversation with me?
Oh my god, today, 5?
Yeah, exactly.
And the end of World War Hulk is Sentry and the Hulk just punching each other out.
Really?
Neither one of them loses or wins. They just, punch each other to the point where they're just okay, we're both good. We're good.
Yeah, okay, we get it. We can fight.
We worked it out. No, we worked it out. The aggression's gone. He has the power of 100 million exploding suns.
Oof, that's too many.
Right. Which is
like,
why,
I think like 2 is plenty.
Like when we see, Hulk be such a bitch ass in the MCU, it's like, okay, come on, the fuck, like.
Yeah. Well, it's one of those things, and it's like the same problem I've always had, and it's like the one thing they don't do with Superman is just too invulnerable, but his only weakness is the most boring thing in the world, and you hate when people utilize it with the whole kryptonite thing, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, okay, so either he has to be unbeatable or you have to accept this like dumb thing. And so like, yeah, I think they've tried to mitigate that a little bit with the Hulk, but yeah, you're like, everybody's like, no, the Hulk's way stronger than this. No, I get that, but we don't need another Superman problem on our hands.
Right.
Like somehow it's got to be like, he's got to be exploitable in some way. Maybe not beatable, because like nobody ever like flat out beats and kills him or whatever. But like
nobody beats anybody.
But he loses a battle without losing the war, kind of thing.
What did you think of Deadpool and Wolverine?
God, it has been that long, hasn't it?
Yes.
Fuck.
Yep.
Oh, I know. Wow. Well, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I thought it was a lot of fun. It
Agreed.
didn't do anything to like push the narrative of the MCU, but that's fine. Like movies can be their own thing. And yeah, no, I really enjoyed it. I think there was a lot of fun stuff with the two of them. I've heard rumors that they want to go another round with those two, and that Hugh Jackman might be a little hot to shoot again and like potentially show up in some other things.
Right, dude. Everybody said like there's no bad guy, which I totally disagree with. When you got to see what's her name putting her fingers through their heads,
such a cool
really
effect.
liked it. I thought that movie was fucking hilarious. When he's like the guy was like dressing him, the tailor, and he's like slapping his ass and like grabbing his junk, and then he walks out and he's like, just to let you know, your tailor is a predator.
What was great though, it was just overall really good. It did a lot of good service to a lot of like former characters or would-be characters when you think of like Gambit and things like that.
Oh, right.
It was like it was a lot of fun. What I found really interesting was that there were still surprises. Like so many of those people got ruined. Like I knew so many of them were going to be in there, but like to have like Chris Evans show up as the Human Torch,
it was
like
okay.
I didn't.
You think he's going to say I'm Captain America?
Yeah, and it just didn't happen.
He's the Human Torch. That's hilarious. That was way funnier.
Oh God, it was so good, and it's like those guys are buddies, and like Chris Evans has got a really good sense of humor about these things, so I think that worked out really well. But like the surprises, like Blade was a huge surprise, Gambit was a huge surprise. I knew about Elektra, like it was nothing definitive, but they kept saying they saw her on set, and I'm like, there's no reason for her to be there otherwise. They talked about Ben Affleck potentially being Daredevil on there, but that didn't pan out.
That was Jennifer Garner there. Come on now.
Well, yeah, I mean, right? But yeah, like Blade being there was like, holy shit! Like that one, like shocked the hell out of me.
And I love that he's like, "There's only one Blade. That's me." Like poor Mahershala Ali.
Yeah, I know. Well, that's such a problem too, because like that's faced so many problems, and it's like it's had so many delays that people are starting to like backlash against it. And I was kind of like, when they said that, I was like, oh, that's not good service to what's supposed to be coming, but it is what it is, right? It wasn't intended to like sabotage anything, but I was just like, oh, I feel like that wasn't the best time to do that. That was still funny, yeah. Yeah, you get away with a lot if you make me laugh. What else? So I mean, yeah. So I guess like everything is just wide open to talk about, because like there's been so many friggin' things going on. What other movies did we see and/or miss? Terrifier 3. I actually brought my daughter to go see that.
That's amazing. That's hilarious. What did she think of it?
She thought it was good. I think she liked 2 better. But 3 went all in, man. Did you see it?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. And
I
like
agree
just like
with her. 2 was
do
better.
too.
They do
Yeah,
these weird like in one, it was like these weird dream scenes or something where it was just like this weird like number 3 dude. I had no idea what was happening.
Yeah.
I didn't know what time frame they were in. They were flipping back and forth. I was like, what the shit is even happening?
Yeah.
It was
I will
going,
tell
it was
you.
fun, but I was like, what the fuck?
I will tell you though. My hot take on this, just because of like the kind of genre movie it is and stuff like that. The girl did a fantastic job. Probably one of the best horror girl jobs in terms of being the traumatized person in a sequel. Like she did that. Like I'm acting okay for everybody else.
Traumatized person in a sequel.
Well, it can't happen any other time. Like Nev Campbell's not going to be traumatized. Well, I guess maybe she does have one
exactly,
thing, but like Laurie Strode in Halloween, until she gets attacked by Michael Myers, she's not going to be traumatized. So you got to wait till the second one, and like it's that one, maybe a little bit too close for like she was still in the middle of that trauma. Whereas to me, like this one, like she had a lot of like, she's gone through all this stuff. Everybody knows about it. Everybody knows her for it. She's putting on a good face for her family. So everybody thinks she's okay, but she's very much not okay. And I was like, I thought she did an excellent job encapsulating that.
I agree with you. She did a good job.
There we go. But yeah, it's, I think for the most part, like they had some things in place. Oh, it says I have one new chat message. Sorry, I'm still learning how to do some of this.
See, what is it? What does it say? Who is it?
I don't know. Unlock features used. I think that's for you.
My Spotify came out today. Everybody's dead.
Oh, your Spotify rap? There we go. I'm showing. Yeah. So what's your stats? What do you got?
89,017.
My God.
Pure numbers. Last year, I'd let it run. I'd leave the room. This was all pure me listening. I'm in the top 2% in the world.
My God. That's so much.
Who's number one? And okay, so I want to know if the people that are in the same percentage as me or above being one.
Yeah.
Are they
I feel
lying?
like it's Kanye listening to his own shit.
Exactly. He's not in the room, though. He leaves the room. It's playing 24/7 at his mansion.
Yeah. And he has it playing at all his houses and Diddy's houses now because those are opened up.
Yeah, they are. There's nobody there. Well, probably some froggers. You know that term?
I've heard it. I don't really know what it means.
It's when somebody lives at your house and you don't even know they're there.
Oh, that makes sense. I thought it was like a squatters kind of thing.
No, that's exactly what it is.
Like
they are squatting. They are squatting. But you're still living there. Yes.
That's terrifying.
Is it? Yes.
Should we do that? I think we should do podcasts live from inside other people's houses while they sleep.
That's amazing. Yes. Shrug.com.
Yeah. I can smell their love. What does that mean? Gross.
Tune in to find out.
Yeah. I'll tell you something else I watched. I watched the first episode of the Star Wars Skeleton Crew.
Oh, how was that?
It was a lot of fun. Like, you go online and instantly people were shitting on it already because the first 2 episodes came out, but I came home and I got home really late and I only had time to watch one before because I had to be up in the morning and I was just like, okay. So I got one out. I'm actually going to watch the other one when we're done this. But it was a lot of fun. It's a very different vibe because it's like kids. Like the first episode is just all the kids. Right? So you're in like this place that kind of suburban. Like it's still got speeders and like spaceships and all that kind of stuff. Right. And droids are the teachers and all that kind of stuff. But like I saw somebody based on the trailer alone and they're like, this isn't Star Wars. I'm like, dude, you haven't even seen it.
Goddamn. Just like Star Wars to me.
Yeah. So it was interesting. It definitely leaves you like with a, hey, where are we gonna go from here kind of vibe. So I'm looking forward to that. It had a little bit of funny stuff in it. Had some fun like little Easter eggs, and it's got that kind of Goonies adventure vibe. And I'm looking forward to seeing where that.
That's from the preview I saw. I was sitting at work, and it came on the TV, and I was like, oh, shit. I was like, look at this. And it was like totally, like Goonies Star Wars.
Yeah.
And it's got, what the hell is his name?
British. Jude Law?
Yes. Jude Law, goddamn. Yes.
Yes. So, it's... Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to seeing more. I'm still very much like an F you to everybody who was like just trying to flat out trash The Acolyte. On top of that, they're like, oh, it's so woke. I'm like, why? Because they hired women. Like, that's like,
exactly.
That's their version of going woke. I'm like, it was a really cool
I'll have to watch all these in the winter. I've got lots of time.
There you go. But like it was a very cool story. I think that like we talked about it a little bit. Like Kamir, who's like the main bad guy, is like he's so interesting because he's not just like a flat out evil dude, but at the same time like he's not good either. The way he was fighting, remember I told you about his mask and how he's like headbutting like the lightsabers and all that. Like it was just so interesting. But they are fairly confident. Well, I don't know that they're confident, but they are still talking about the possibility that they might come back. Like I think that there's a groundswell that's still like, we want to see more of these people. And like, there's a chance that can like bring it back. I mean, it's just Disney Plus. It's not like they're putting out a goddamn movie, so who cares?
Exactly. You're just paying. You're getting content that you paid for. Why complain?
Exactly, right? And it's like, sure, it's going to cost them. I was going to say, sure, it's going to cost a bunch of money, but like it's going to cost less than one of your Marvel things where you want to sneak in like one of the like MCU big actors, and then all of a sudden that costs triple. And so like, what the hell? Have some fun. Tell some new stories.
Exactly. Within the universe, which is what everybody wants, but then when they get it, they're like, they don't like it.
Yeah. So, so I mean, that is what it is. Nothing's new there. I had a chance. I was going to get to go and review Mufasa, but I'm going to be in Florida during that period. So that's one thing. I am heading with the Fam Jam to Disney World next week. We're going to be having some fun, doing some stuff. I'll actually be probably shooting a couple of videos there too for YouTube.
Well, I should hope so. You're going to be for 9 days.
We're going to be spending a lot of time. We're going to be eating a lot of food, doing the holiday festival stuff, getting a lot of shopping in, doing a ton of rides. So it's going to be a blast.
You're not going to go to Universal and go to friggin' Nintendo Land?
That's not open yet.
Where are you going, Florida?
Yeah. It's open in California. It's not open in Florida yet. That's part of Epic Universe.
Oh, I thought it was...
I'll tell you. And again, like we've talked about the whole Universal and Disney thing and all that, but for the time I was going to be there, so people who don't know, I was supposed to go in October, but then the hurricane that shut down their airports and stuff made us not be able to go. So we had to postpone, which is what we're postponing to now. But I was going to Universal, and I was going to do Halloween Horror Nights, which I was very much looking forward to. They were going to say, well, you can come, like, your tickets will just be good for another day. I'm like, what day? I'm not coming. Like, I was like, I'm not coming till this.
That day that you're not coming, it's open.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not coming till December now. What do you want me to do? And they were like, okay, we'll give you your money back.
Good. Well, shit. So, like, what the fuck?
Well, they were just going to leave it open-ended and be like, oh, if you come next year, you can use them. And I'm like, this is like, my family's not going to. My family's not gonna abide me taking them to Florida every trip we go on. So we're gonna be doing something different next year. We might be doing a cruise.
Wait a second. Whoa.
Yeah.
So this is it. They've told you this is the last Disney thing we're doing. What are you gonna do next year? What are you gonna do next year?
We've talked about two things. We talked about doing a cruise. And actually, it's not less Disney. They just don't want to go to, like, Carrie was just like, I just don't want to go to Disney World every single time we go on a vacation, which is totally fair.
Shit, yes.
Right? And that was never something that was being floated. She was just like, I just want to do something different. And I'm like, yeah, no, that's fine. So we talked about
Disney cruise?
Potentially. Or this one's even better. We were talking about potentially going to Japan.
There you go.
And while we're there, because we'd probably do, like, if we were going to Japan, we'd probably do 2 weeks. And if we're going to be there that long, we're going to Tokyo Disney.
Oh, no shit.
So Tokyo Disney Sea is, I've seen, like, both of them. I've seen a lot of video and stuff on both of them. Tokyo Disney Sea is supposed to be the best of all the parks.
I have read that as well.
It's amazing, and they're cheap by comparison. They're like $50.
I've also read that Disney Tokyo, that one is amazing.
They're outstanding.
It's not a very big island. You should go to Universal, then you can go to Nintendo Land.
Yeah, no, and we probably would, because they have a pretty interesting whole thing there. And like I said, if we're going to be there for like a really long time, we'll have the opportunity to see a lot. So
would I fit on Disney Tokyo rides?
Yeah, they're not built small, from what I can see. Like, it's not like, again, there's not a lot in the way of like roller coasters where they have like crazy ride vehicles that have like the different harnesses and all that kind of stuff. It's like you're sitting in the ride. You're fine.
Okay, that's good.
Should be fine. What else? So yes, that was that.
Is anybody calling?
No, we got no calls, and that's
you know what? Call somebody then. Call somebody. Fuck this.
I can't call out on this. I can only invite people in. So it's like, is that like vampire rules? You can only invite that. You have to invite them in.
You have to. Yeah, exactly. Like okay. You can't call anybody.
No, you can't call out. I don't know how it would work if like you FaceTimed somebody, but I don't know. Yeah. But what else do we have? I'm just trying to think of what else is going on. Oh, just something I've been listening to lately. The Lonely Island and Seth Meyers are doing a podcast, and I've been listening to that, and it's called the Lonely Island and Seth Meyers podcast. It's not very, it's not too heady, but it breaks down. They go through all of the episodes where there was a digital short, and they talk about the digital short and whatever else is going on. But what's really fun is they do a lot of good behind the scenes stuff, but they're also not afraid to like shit on their own work.
That's good. I like that.
Where they're like, this was absolute trash. But like,
terrible,
also like,
whatever,
also Seth Meyers will be like, I hate that you got to do this or whatever. And they talked about like, good examples. Andy Samberg was trying to get his Beetlejuice impression on the show for years and years and years. And the one time he got close, it was a Meet the Press, and it was a very serious, like, Meet the Press, like, this week on Meet the Press, Senator Barney Frank will answer the question, blah, 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 blah. And replacing the host this week is Beetlejuice. And then it's just Beetlejuice, like, dude, he's like, what do you think about Sandworm, Senator Frank? Like, and that was just the whole thing, but it never got on. But he got on as Beetlejuice only a few weeks ago when Michael Keaton was the host.
No shit, so he got his...
And he came out as Beetlejuice on that because he was already in the episode as, like, a guest.
What did you think of Beetlejuice?
I was disappointed.
I didn't like it.
In the moment, I was enjoying myself, but, like, looking back on it as I kind of came out, it was like... All right, they just redid a bunch of the scenes that they did before. The Monica Bellucci...
she was never even in it.
Yeah, well, not just that, but if that entire like storyline was completely removed, nothing would have mattered.
Exactly. There's like 3 of them that you could have taken out of that movie.
Yeah, what the movie should have been, and I would have also taken, honestly, I would have taken almost all of Justin Theroux's role out too.
I was going to say the same thing. Yep. There's like 5 storylines going and none of them needed to be there.
Yeah, a hard agree. So what I would have done is I would have made Justin Theroux her producer, which he was, but like I would have taken out the whole relationship thing, and I would have had him try to exploit bringing back Beetlejuice, and then him getting out would have been the cause for Willem Dafoe's cop character.
Yes.
To get involved, and then that's your story.
That's way better than what they did.
It was just such a bummer, and it was like, because it was so cool to see Michael Keaton back as Beetlejuice. It was cool to see.
Catherine O'Hara, I think, was the star of the show. Her scenes were amazing when she died. She was there. She was fucking amazing. Yeah,
she's so good, and like, and what's her face there? Winona Ryder was good. Like, she didn't really have to do a whole lot, but like she did fine. I didn't mind the dad plot and them like seeing the dad on the other side and him helping them out. That was pretty cool. But yeah, it just didn't hit the same way at all.
There was too many characters. There was too much shit happening.
I agree. I think it was one of those, like, we're not going to get a chance to do this again, so let's just get all of our ideas out at once, which was detrimental to the whole movie.
I agree. Did you see The Substance?
No, you told me about it. I haven't had a chance to watch it.
Oh my god, it's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody should see The Substance.
Everybody should see The Substance. I told Carrie about it, and I was like, I got to see it at some point, and then I just never...
Oh, it's
never got around.
Awesome. I think it's one of the better movies of this entire year.
Yeah.
It's The Substance and Inside Out 2.
Yeah.
Those are my two favorite movies of the year.
Inside Out 2, like, it's even like they said, what was the psychologists were saying? Like, Inside Out 2 is like, oh, you must show people this movie. Like, it will help them understand themselves better than... like pretty much any movie in existence. And I was like, holy, like, wow. It's like, you would think it's just like a Pixar movie. It's not that deep, but like, they really know how to do that.
They rocked it. That movie was awesome. It was way better than part one.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing too. It was like, I think like part one was definitely necessary because it introduces you to what that world is. And I think that it would have still been really good, but I think if they would have had to like been burdened with trying to explain everything that was going on at all times, that would have been like a little bit much for it. I think that just like saying, hey, we know what this world is, now here's new people in this world, was like the best way to go about it.
Oh yeah, it was so good.
Man, yeah. Trying to think of what else.
We seen a preview for Kraven the Hunter. It looks pretty good, actually.
Yeah, I saw a preview for Kraven. I don't know. I can only hold out so much hope for the Sony ones, right?
No shit, because they do the same thing every year. Every year at the exact same time, they put out some stinker of some Morbius. Who was before?
Yeah.
Like, who the fuck, like...
It was it's been the Venom trilogy.
Venom. I can't believe Venom 3 did as well as it did. Those movies are total fucking trash.
I liked it because they were like, it's the last one. I'm like, yeah, but we didn't care about the first two.
Yeah, exactly.
Apparently people were like... They got that, like, while supplies last kind of vibe, and they're like, oh, quick, we gotta go see it.
We'd better go see this one, like... And it actually was the best of the Venom movies, but it was so dumb as shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of that whole thing, and... Like, I know there's a version in the comics where there's, like, the good, like, Agent Venom and all that kind of stuff, and they want to go kind of that route where he's, like, the anti-hero, whatever. I just want him to be the bad guy in a friggin' Spider-Man movie. Like, that's all I want.
That's
keep it simple.
He's Spider-Man's bad guy.
Exactly. It's like, I don't need... well, actually, I was going to say this as an example, but it's a true thing. I don't need the Joker. I don't need a bunch of movies about the Joker. Just be Batman's bad guy. I'm good enough with that.
Did you see Buddy? Barry Keoghan?
Barry Keoghan, yeah.
As the Joker?
Yeah, I saw some of the stuff, and I saw in the...
There is no way in fucking hell that ugly fuck would get Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
No fucking way in hell. And he's going to be in the Batman too. I thought the Batman was awesome. I think that
the Batman was great.
Is awesome. Apparently the Penguin on HBO there is wicked, but there's no fucking way in hell that Joker gets Harley Quinn.
Yeah. I don't know. She's crazy, so we have to like factor that in, right?
Yeah, there's no way.
Yeah, no, this transcends crazy.
He's like, yeah, his whole face is just fucked, like, but maybe she sees underneath. Maybe she really is, maybe,
Yeah, some people out there are ready to go. But, yeah, no, it'll be interesting to see. I mean, I'm still very... I was going to say on the fence about Barry Keoghan, but I'm really leaning on one side of the fence going, I don't really care for him. He's too fucking weird.
100% agreed. Like, when he closed off the set to whatever show he was doing, and his, like, I never saw it, I can't remember what the name of it is, but he closed the set off, and there was nobody there. And then it was like his girlfriend or boyfriend, I think his boyfriend or girlfriend died, and he fucks the grave.
Yeah.
Like,
I
who
watched
in your life
a ton
ever
of that
did
movie.
that or would do that?
I watched a ton of that movie. That was a bananas movie. By the way, I do it all the time.
You're a great fucker.
I do it with strangers. I'm like, you up?
Well, yeah.
No? Okay, even better.
Are you up? Because I am.
But yeah, no, you got that to look forward to. I haven't bothered watching The Penguin. I was interested in it, but it's kind of like, I don't know, it's like, it feels so removed from being like a Batman thing. Like he doesn't even he doesn't even call himself Oswald Cobblepot. He's like Oz something Oz or whatever. And I'm just like, okay, like I was like, I don't care. I'm like, it's just a mob movie that just happens to take place in Gotham. Not movie, but show.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is.
And I also got rubbed a little wrong because that was around the time because The Acolyte was out, and they're like, "Oh, The Acolyte's a bomb," and I'm like, "It's one of the highest viewed streaming shows ever." And then it was like this episode had this many viewers, blah blah blah. It was their first episode, and then that came out, and they're like, "Look how amazing this is doing," and it had 2/3 the viewership. I'm like, okay, so the same person said this is doing amazing and this is bombing, and knows what the viewership of each one was, knows that this one got less, and it was not a bomb, and obviously not a bomb. It was The Penguin. It did really well, but the other one did so much better, and they're like, yeah, it bombed. It's not good. But this is good.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, so either they don't know what a bomb means, or
they don't care.
They don't care.
Say, where the hell? Got some gray going on there, bud. Look at the grays.
Yeah, you know how it is. Life is just being sucked out of me slowly but surely.
You can't see mine. I got lots, actually. I got lots.
Well, you've got lighter hair first off, and right now you're in the mist, so I can't even tell that you have eyes.
It's all gray.
I know you're wearing glasses.
Bro. It's all gray.
It's like that's where the parties all are. You just feel around in the mist, and whoever's touching whoever, don't worry about it.
Balls, whatever, balls. Who cares?
Mostly tentacles, from what I recall.
Yeah, from your time in the mist.
Yeah. So I made a really cool discovery because we'd been talking about me wanting to watch some old wrestling and specifically old Royal Rumbles and stuff like that. Ton of them in their entirety on YouTube.
No way.
Yeah, I was just somebody was just yeah, go on YouTube, and they had the 89, the 92, the 93, the 98, and there's 15 or at least 15 of them just sitting there ready to watch from beginning to end, and I was like, oh shit.
Okay, you know what? I couldn't help it. We said mist too many times.
I'm sorry.
Gorillas in the midst of a race riot.
Oh, great. We have not watched that movie yet, have we?
I don't think we have.
God, we gotta watch that soon. Oh, you know what? I was holding out hope. I actually reached out more than one time, just on Twitter and stuff, to Rusty Cundiff.
Rusty.
And I was trying to see if I could get him and interview him on the show. Maybe I'll do one more reach out to each of them and see if I can get somebody on to interview.
I'm sure you can get Lamar. What's Lamar doing?
He's doing a lot of cons, to be honest.
Oh, good. Okay, yeah.
So they're always around doing something. Maybe that'll be a lucky thing where it's yeah, I'll do it. And he's I'm just going to be at a hotel. And then all the Revenge of the Nerds people are there. And then we can talk to Booger at the same time.
Yeah.
But we're still only going to talk about Fear of a Black Hat.
Of course. Yeah, not.
And it's
not
then they all have to.
No.
Then they all have to admit in front of him that they've never seen it. Little backstory for everybody. So Todd and I were house sitting one time, and he was sleeping upstairs and I was sleeping downstairs, or the other way around, but we were separate.
No, that's it. Yep.
Okay. And we were just both watching TV because we're degenerates who just don't go to sleep when it's obviously time to go to sleep. And I'm watching this show or this movie, and it's very, this is Spinal Tap-esque, but it's all about hip hop, and it's called Fear of a Black Hat. And then I can't remember, did you come down to me?
Yes.
Yes, and you came down and you're like, dude, and it was on commercial, and you're like, dude, I'm watching this movie right now. It's called Fear of. I'm like, I'm watching it too. You're like, all right, and he just came down and we just sat on the couch and watched the rest of the thing together, and it's so incredibly funny.
It's just like a spoof of the NWA. The story of the NWA.
Yeah, well, and what was really cool about it too is because, again, yeah, it has a lot of the same vibes of This is Spinal Tap, because it's got like the documentarian following them around, and that's a character in the movie, and then they have like all those kind of moments where like you see them off on their own, and you know, like the one guy showing off his speakers and like these go to 11, and then the other guy showing off his guns, so like those mirrored bits are there, but it's just like there's just such a treasure trove of funny things to go through in hip hop that they just every single thing they nailed on the head. Like when a rapper just becomes a cop in movies and stuff like that. And,
remember that scene where it was like, I don't know if it was in the video, but it was like just an ass being slapped.
Mm-hmm.
Right in the sweat.
That was it was a spoof of I'm Gonna Knock You Out. It was after they broke up. And he's like, Granny said, kick your ass. And he just like hits this wet ass that like jiggles when he hits. It's so funny. And they had the same thing where like in Spinal Tap, the drummer always kept dying under mysterious circumstances. Their managers keep dying under
Oh, I never put that together actually.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah, there is a lot of mirrored to Spinal Tap.
It is, and it's like, and I was there, like every single thing. Like there was never a time when I'm like, oh, they ripped that off. I was like, I'm here for it. You've used it in a different voice, and I'm so happy to see it.
I don't give a fuck. I loved it.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. So yeah, we'll definitely do that one. Down the road, if I'm lucky enough to be able to reach out to somebody, I'll try. I will make that effort. I haven't done that in a while. I haven't like taken a swing and was like, hey, well, you want to you want to talk? You want to come on this thing?
I'll call him.
Yeah.
Fuck it. I'll call.
Have to.
Fuck that. I'll call Rusty.
Yeah.
Call Rusty.
Yeah, I got his number. You have his number?
I've had it for years. Just never call him.
Yeah. Yeah, I like to keep. Yeah, I like to keep him on anymore.
Answer.
All right, so there's a thing I wanted to do with you. You got a brief glimpse of it earlier. I wanted us to react. I have not read through this myself either, except for the very first page. There was just a dumb listicle called 30 Fantastic Roles that got absolutely ruined by the wrong actor. So I wanted to just go through them and just like react to them and see if like they even understand what they're talking about or whatever.
Okay.
So I'm going to go ahead and share that right now. So it'll just take a second.
Is he going to show up? Are you going to see this?
Yeah, you'll see it. There we go.
Oh, yeah.
So,
look at his mustache.
So that's John Wayne playing Genghis Khan for people who don't know. For people who really don't know, John Wayne is not a Mongolian. This was back when real whitewashing was happening.
It doesn't even matter that he's white.
No.
It's fantastic roles that got absolutely ruined by the wrong mustache.
Yes. No, that's the right mustache. I think that's the only thing they got right.
Oh my god. Like, okay.
It's so bad. And he's just so, like, every time they, like, he is perfect for, like, the cowboy movie because he sounds like that. Oh, Howard Pilgrim, blah, blah, blah. But, like, when he sounds like that in this, too. I've seen clips of this movie.
No, he doesn't sound different ever.
No, he's not even trying. He's just like, this is what I'm going to do.
Yes.
But I'm a giant star, and you're going to have to accept it.
He just acts as Charlton, as he does.
Yeah. All right. So that is what it is. So let's see what the next one is. Ooh, ad.
That's John. Sorry,
Walt
that's
Disney
not
World.
Charlton Heston. That was John Wayne.
Did I say Charlton Heston?
No, I might have thought Charlton Heston would, but that was John Wayne.
No, that's John Wayne. Yeah. All right. So this one I don't necessarily agree with. So this is Tom Cruise's Jack Reacher.
Oh, terrible. Agreed.
Now, I know that, like, a lot of people who read the books and whatnot were like, oh, he's supposed to be huge and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I don't see how that would matter. In fact, like, what?
Right.
I don't want somebody who looks like he's, and I don't want people who look like they're going to win every fight to be the guy fighting. Like, there has to be stakes. And it's like, in the Reacher show, which they're like, yeah, it's much more accurate and all this stuff. I'm like, okay, fair. That's fine. But I'm like, there's this giant dude. And then when he's like surrounded by like 4 or 5 guys, he's like, hey, I'm going to beat you all up. I'm like, yeah, he could probably beat them all up. But when it's Tom Cruise, but when it's Tom Cruise, you're like, well, what's going to happen?
Right. And also, why would anybody in John Reacher or Jack Reacher world go up to the new guy and be like, I'm going to beat you up?
Yeah.
Clearly this man is going to kill you and your whole crew and your whole family. Why the fuck would you step to this guy?
I know.
Right? So what you're saying is correct. Like, it's like nobody.
Yeah, for sure.
They break his handcuffs. And I ride the bus. Breaking. Thank you. But I will say, no, with Jack Reacher, he rides the bus. Mm-hmm. And I ride the bus, so I'm like, okay, cool.
Well, you are basically Jack Reacher.
Well, exactly. Well, I'm reaching, all right.
Yeah.
The reach around.
Yeah. Ooh, gross. All right. Next up, Jared Leto as the Joker.
God, yeah.
Now, I need to know some things before I just full-on co-sign this. Yes, I don't think he was good and all that, but I'm like, whose idea was most of this? Because, like, Jared Leto is a crazy person, so I could see him going, this is who I want to be. But I could also see that...
Who do you think?
I don't know. Well, because it was for Suicide Squad, and it was David Ayer. Yeah, oh, God. Like, it was just like...
Snyder.
Yeah, this one was just such a nightmare, and it was like... But, like, I don't think that his performance is what hurts it. It's the style. It's what they decided to do with him. Like, I don't think... this is one time when...
They allowed him to do that.
Yeah.
This is the
that's true.
Like, you know what I mean? Like just let the guy do whatever he wants to.
Mm-hmm.
What's funny too is that I think more people know that Suicide Squad than the good one with Starro.
100%. Well, because this one has gotten so much more press because they tried to do the Air cut thing, like they did with Snyder Cut. Like right after that came out, they're like, "Oh, Air was like, oh yeah, no, me too, right?" And they're like, "No, we're not doing this again." Like.
But then that Joker, I remember seeing, it was like the extended Justice League or something.
Yeah.
And it was like Nightmare World.
Yeah,
it was Batman and the Joker, and they're in this wasteland, and they have this conversation. I'm like, this is worse. I was like, why did you put this in?
Do you know why he put it in? I'll tell you the exact reason. He put it in because that was what the next movie was supposed to be.
Oh,
so actually what it was supposed to be, Justice League was supposed to be a trilogy. The first movie he fought against, what's his face? Not Dark. What was the first person he fought? Steppenwolf. Supposed to fight Steppenwolf. Then and then the next one they were supposed to fight Darkseid. And then the third one, the inciting incident was going to be that Batman slept with Lois Lane, and then Superman goes crazy and becomes the bad guy and starts nightmares, and so Superman's the bad guy in the final.
Nice.
That was the plan, and they were he was giving you a little tease. He's like, oh man, if only DC didn't chop me off at the legs, you'd be getting this art right now.
Superman
but you can't
would not ever do that. Superman in reality would find out this happened, and he would just be like, fuck y'all. He wouldn't start Nightmare World.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to destroy everything because I don't have a girlfriend.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, so, yeah, it was whatever. And it was just, again, Snyder doesn't understand any of the characters, period. But, what I did like about James Gunn's Suicide Squad over Ayers too or something I respected about it was the fact that he understood things that worked from the first one and brought them. He's like, well, obviously, Harley Quinn worked and everybody liked that, so that's coming over, and this guy's coming over.
Isn't there a Homecoming preview out or no?
I don't know. Eventually,
that's his Superman movie. I thought there was a preview that came out.
I don't know. I don't think so.
If you don't know, then no, then it didn't. It was probably a fake one on YouTube or something.
Yeah. All right, here comes the next one. We're doing another DC. And yeah, this is an absolutely... Eisenberg as Lex Luthor was such a weird mistake.
A weird mistake, a mistake in general.
It was a mistake in general, but it was just like one of those, like, I don't know what the motivation was to go in this direction.
I don't know. Ask Zack fucking Snyder.
Yeah, I feel like he was like, what is the billionaire of today? He's like, it's the tech billionaire. It's like that kind of guy. And then there was like, hey, who's the guy who played the Facebook guy? Like, I feel like it was that simple. So he's like, he played Zuckerberg.
So far in this list of miscast people,
yes,
on miscast commentary, there's two Zack Snyder.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. The next one, I'm gonna blame Zack Snyder. Whoa, envelopes.
Oh wow.
Johnny Depp as Wonka. This movie was a whole flat out mistake.
Agreed.
It was like, I understand they wanted to make like we want to make more of a Charlie in the Chocolate Factory, which is why they made Charlie in the Chocolate Factory instead of Willy Wonka in the Chocolate Factory. But like, he was so weird in it. He was like, he kind of looks like a vampire. Like, he looks like he should be a Lestat in this shot.
Yes. Yes.
But he also looks like he's a Wayans brother in white face makeup.
It's like the same as the the Dark Shadows, like the same character.
Yeah, it's so bad. The movie was just wall-to-wall terrible.
Just a CG nightmare.
Yeah. All right, let's go to the next one. Okay, I don't know that I agree with this. Emma Watson as Belle?
Well, no.
I don't think she was...
No.
She wasn't a problem.
I do not agree. I disagree with that. No way. She was totally fine.
If you didn't like this, it's because you didn't like what was going on around her.
Yeah, you didn't like, exactly.
Yeah.
All the Harry Potter drama.
Yeah, exactly. Well, but I mean, like, too, like, it was, I don't know, I just have a very hard time seeing her as being the problem in any way, shape, or form in this one. It was like, so people, like it says here, what does it says? She's got the looks down, but her singing was fine. There was no problem. It's like, let them do whatever. And then her acting is stiff and fretful. I'm like, I don't think it was that bad.
Stiff and fretful.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
I don't know.
It was a fun
you got to remember, listicle writers are trying their best.
Right, what the hell, like?
All right, next. Yeah, I get where they're going with this one, because, like, to have, like, he didn't even try to be, like, it's a whole, everything's in England, and he's like, yeah, all of our actors aren't even going to bother trying to be British.
I can see it.
It's like, literally I'm trying to think of somebody who wasn't American. It was like,
Morgan Freeman.
Yes, Morgan Freeman. No,
He's in that, right?
Snape. Yeah, Snape. Why can't I think of his goddamn name? Alan Rickman. He was like the only one. He was the only one. It's like everybody else was an American in this, and they're all like, we're just going to be full-on Americans talking about being British all the time.
Do you think that, like, it irked him, but he was like, the paycheck, it's cool.
Yeah, I'm sure it's fine. This was an interesting time for Costner, because it was coming out of a few hot things and, like, just sort of, like, leading into basically all of the things that put him in, like, you know, movie star jail. Like, these were like your what's it called, the Postman, and like stuff like that, right?
Yeah, well, he came right back, man. Yellowstone, you can all come back now.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't say that's coming right back. That was like 25 years later.
Right, it definitely was. Yeah,
he came right back. Yeah. One Timothy. All right, whoa. One Timothy Chalamet's life later, and you could finally start doing movies again.
Sorry, you're like, so my sinuses are fucked.
Well, I hope you see it.
You're not seeing it, you're just hearing it. Okay,
I'm not seeing it, I'm hearing it. I feel like the hearing it's the worst part.
Oh, it might be, actually. I remember they said that they had a huge, like, fight scene at the end that they had planned, but the swords were so heavy that they couldn't, you know, they couldn't manage them for such a long period of time. So the fight scene at the end is like way shittier than it was supposed to be.
Yeah. I hate when that happens. Bad planning has screwed up so many movies. And like I listen to a lot of different podcasts about like these behind the scenes things and stuff like that. And they'll talk about like, oh yeah, they had this thing and they were going to do this gigantic scene at the end, but they blew all their money on this other scene instead. And then they just had to like cobble something together. And I'm like, no, that shouldn't be happening. If you have producers, they should be making sure that exactly doesn't happen. Oh my God, was that one of the tentacles?
yes, it is.
Oh,
Marty.
man.
It's Marty.
Oh, there you go. Marty!
Come here. Come here.
Oh, I didn't get to introduce you to our kitten. We got a baby kitten.
What
Yeah.
do you mean?
Yeah, my daughter, she did a 17-page PowerPoint presentation telling us that she deserves a kitten named, she wanted a black cat named Binks.
Okay.
So we were like, okay.
She gave this presentation to you at home.
Yes, and it was the funniest and most thoughtful. Like, she put so much thought into it and stuff. And we were just like, oh, man. But, like, we weren't going to do it because it was like, we've got 2 cats, and that's a lot. And we weren't going to say yes. And then we were like, her grades are like, her grades have shot up this year. She joined things like student council. She joined the volleyball team. Like, she's just doing so much, and she's just crushing right now. And she like put so much thought into that it really meant something to her. So we're like, yeah, let's do it. So she's around here somewhere. She's been jumping into our Christmas tree a lot.
No way.
Yeah. I got video today, actually. I'll put it in our socials after, but the cat and dog chasing each other around, and then the dog chased her up onto the couch, and she just jumped directly into the tree.
Hey, get out of there.
Is that an orange cat?
But yes, he took a thing.
You and your orange cats, man, they always go crazy. You know better.
They're all crazy.
You bet. All right, next up on the list.
Black Friday.
Oh, Jake Gyllenhaal is the Prince of Persia.
Prince of Persia. He's so Peruvian.
Well, that would be from Peru, not from Persia.
No.
Yeah, but also same diff for what we're talking about here. I think that this obviously is bad, but like I feel like the whitewashing ones just kind of go without saying. And it's like, yeah, it's the movie. It's like, I don't say the actor ruined the movie. I say the director ruined the movie by casting the wrong actor.
Yes, exactly. Or the studio.
Yeah, the studio. Well, that was a big thing. Was it Ridley Scott for like, what was the movie? It was one of the sword and sandals kind of movies. It was the Gods of Egypt or whatever it was.
Okay.
And they was all white people in that, and they're like, well, you're not going to be able to, get box office with So exactly. And it was basically, they're like, yeah, like you're not going to sell a box office with brown people. I'm like, then don't make those movies. Make a different movie then. There we go. Next up, again, I don't see. So Clooney and Batman and Robin is this. So not good for sure. But also, like, how much of that is attributed to Schumacher?
Yes.
And not to Clooney, right? Like, that's where it's hard.
I did appreciate the bat nipples, though.
Yes. The bat nipples, see, like, and to me, everybody's like, oh, his bat nipples. I was like, that just made me laugh so hard. It makes no sense. It's so dumb, but it just made me laugh so hard.
I just like that, Buddy there is, like, such an old Robin.
Yeah. Yeah, we're roughly the same age, right?
Yeah, like exactly. Like what the shit, like.
Yeah, I like that suit. I honestly like that Robin suit, though.
Oh, great! It's a good suit.
Yeah, not too shabby.
What a fucking movie! Who was the bad guy in that one? Was that Two-Face and?
No, that was Val Kilmer. That was the Val Kilmer one, Part 3, Batman Forever. This one was Mr. Freeze. And Poison Ivy.
Right to the lesser, yeah.
Yeah. Bane. Was there somebody else? No, I think that was it. But yeah, there was like, oh no, Bane was in that one too.
Ralph Moeller was also in it.
Oh. Who was he? Was he Bane?
No, Ralph Moeller, he was like a security guard.
Oh, okay. Yeah, poor guy never really broke through. Best of the Best 2, and then like and then it was like Gladiator, and I'm like, oh, we're gonna get somewhere with him, and he's like, nah, we're not doing anything with him.
No, but
Don't
you
worry
know,
about it.
Arnold hooked him up. Arnold hooked him up. Whenever Arnold was there, there's Ralph Mueller, you know.
Yeah, for sure. All right, next up.
What is this one? That's Harry Potter.
They're talking about her playing Ginny Weasley. I don't think so. I think like if you want to complain about, because like she doesn't get used a whole bunch in the movie, but it's got nothing to do with her. It's they just cut stuff out or like utilized her differently, and
I disagree with that one.
Yeah, I don't think
she's
that.
All right.
I think book fans again like. She has zero chemistry with Radcliffe. It's not that they have zero chemistry; it's that they never worked together because she was in no scenes. That's not their fault.
Hey, where are you going with that? Oh my god, he's just taking shit.
Yeah.
Now he took the plug from the sink. Hey.
Oh, good God! Ours has been taking pens.
The hell. Okay, right. Oh, this
next up.
Tbo Friday.
Yeah. J-Law is Mystique. I don't know, like...
Yeah, that's a tough one, too, because it's like, you know, she wasn't really in any of it.
I don't know, to me, it's like... They're like, she's not doing anything drastic or emotional or anything like that, and it's just like... whatever, you know, they were trying to give her a little something like his origins as to why she might become a bad guy outside of that. Cause like this person's like, I liked Rebecca Romaine's. I'm like, Rebecca Romaine was like the character was meant to like be established. It's like, you should know who this is already. And this is their deal. And it's
right.
This one was trying to give you a little something.
I hated these movies. None of the characters were proper. Like,
yeah.
I hated David, what's his name? I was going to say David Ayer. It's not David Ayer. It's,
David S. Pumpkins.
Yeah, what the fuck is his name? The guy that directed all the X-Men movies.
Oh, why is his name?
I'm not getting it. I'm not getting it. I know. I'm not getting it. It's, fuck. Anyways, whatever.
I'm looking at it.
We'll think it out. We'll think it out.
The guy, didn't he have an island too?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
Brian Singer. I don't know why that made me remember before I got it looked up, but it was Brian Singer.
Yes, exactly. Oh, he's an island unto himself, all right.
Yeah. All right, Cameron Diaz in Gangs of New York.
I hated that movie altogether, so I don't really know.
Yeah. I don't know. The only scene I even really remember from that movie is like right before the fight when it's Daniel Day-Lewis and
John C. Reilly.
But he's across from Liam Neeson.
Yeah.
And they have that like by the rights of warriors and blah blah blah, like all that like nonsense. It's like that's all I remember. Yeah,
and then nothing happens. Bombs go off and you never see them fighting and
Yeah. That's like the rumble in The Outsiders. It's like Coppola genius.
Right, just never what's this?
Adam Driver's Yeah. Okay, so this one's already terrible. Adam Driver's Kylo Ren. No way he's the child of Harrison Ford and Carrie Fisher. So what, you had to find somebody who was like a genetic match to them?
Right, exactly, yeah. Yeah, I guess.
No, I disagree with this one. He was not a problem with these movies.
I didn't like the movies themselves, but he wasn't the problem.
Yeah, there you go. Keanu had anything at this time too, because he was also in Dangerous Liaisons, playing essentially the exact same character, also reacting to vampires, except they weren't in Dangerous Liaisons.
Right.
But that fake British accent, which Dracula or
yeah, totally. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But
Dracula,
he's like, you know, saying his lines are like, oh god, like
yeah. Like, looking back on him, I feel like Dracula and then, like, to an extent, Apocalypse Now are the only Coppola movies where I don't cringe when I rewatch them. I just rewatch Coppola and I'm just like, he was really fucking overrated.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, even these ones, like it's like, I think that this was a good movie, but there's some moments in it that are just like, what are you doing? Like, actually,
agreed.
Some of it... some of it reminds me in a way, obviously not taken from because that stuff came later, but it would look like montage sequences, like stylistically from like 300.
I loved Gary Oldman as Dracula.
Gary Oldman was great.
He was amazing. And then you've got Keanu Reeves and Winona Ryder amongst like Anthony Hopkins and Gary Oldman.
Yeah, there was a lot to like about this movie. But yeah, there was obviously a lot of things to not like too. Actually, one of my favorite things, and this has nothing to do with the movie itself, just accept that it was involved. We had a channel where I work called Scream way back in the day.
Yes, I remember Scream, yep.
And they were doing a promo for this movie, and they did this thing where it's like you had like his head was there, and they had the moving, and he was going like, he was singing like some home, like my home Alabama, like he's singing whatever, but it kept cutting between that voice or that like head with the singing mouth, and then going back to Hopkins, and he's going like, like reacting to like the bad singing, and it made me laugh every time, and it was so stupid. All right. But this was right up Oldman's alley. He gets to basically like do the clumps and play like a bunch of different versions of the same guy.
Do the clumps.
Yeah, he's like, he gets to dress up in all kinds of stuff.
Even though I still like that movie. But you're right. I think Francis Ford Coppola is totally overrated. I do not understand why the Godfather movies are considered the greatest of all time. They're fucking boring. It's like, okay, let's watch Marlon Brando chew the scenery. Like, fuck, like.
I didn't mind 2. Well, I mean, I didn't mind 1. I liked 2, and I hated 3. But I think that's.
Nobody liked 3.
Yeah, I think that, like, my scale just scales up and down for people. Like, that's the order that they like them, but it's just some people love them, and then some people hate them.
He just came out with one with Adam Driver in it, which is funny that they're both on this list. What, Megalopolis?
Megalopolis, yeah. God, I've seen a. Yeah, I can't even bring myself to bother. All right, Topher Grace. Now, this is the Venom we all deserved.
Oh, yeah.
Do you think that he got this because he looks kind of like Tobey Maguire? And it was like a yin-yang
call, yes. Yeah, yep.
I think that's it, but I think they missed a big point about what Eddie Brock was, and Eddie Brock wasn't a smaller version of Peter Parker.
Oh, exactly.
So, yeah, they missed out. But poor guy.
I agree with that one.
And for the only... Yeah, good for Topher Grace, and I feel bad for him now because he's not... He still does a lot of stuff, like he directs and he does stage stuff and whatever, but like he doesn't have the notoriety of all this sexual predators that he worked with in that 70s show.
Right? Oh my God, you're totally correct. Because now we already knew about Danny Masterson.
Yeah.
And then it's coming out now with the whole thing with, the Diddy Freak Offs and Ashton Kutcher.
Yeah. And potentially, Fez there. What's his face? Can't remember his name.
I can't remember anybody's name.
Doesn't matter. Yeah, today I was like, I've got a little bit of a headache, and it's just making me forget everybody.
Nobody's name. Fez.
Yeah, but
is he also a creeper?
Yeah, well, they said like he might be, and the one big thing that they had, because they were talking about back in the day, they used to talk about how he hung out with none of these people. Like in the off time and stuff, and they were like, "Oh, he's so standoffish." Then he left the show, and they're like, "Oh, what a diva!" And then like it's like, "Oh, maybe he knew a little bit more than we knew, and that's why he wasn't hanging out with these people."
Right.
So he got a little credit in the end. Okay, this is the most useless thing I've ever said. So Harry Potter's mom, she's in like 4 blurry flashback.
That's who that is?
Oh, I see. Okay, I understand.
Buddy for a minute there, I thought Buddy was like the dude from Daredevil. I thought that was, is that Laura Linney?
No. It's just, I don't remember her name, but she's got, like, and not like I'm forgetting names, as she's not anybody of real note.
Okay, so what's the problem with her?
Okay, so I understand the point they're making, but relative to what this article is supposed to be, it's ridiculous. She's in 4 brief, blurry flashbacks. Can't you find a redhead with blue eyes? Because everybody keeps saying that Harry Potter has his mother's eyes, and he's got blue eyes. Okay, fair. but did the role get ruined because of that? Like, it's like, oh my god,
No.
I can't even look at her.
Yeah,
Like that's what, like, when you say these words, you're using hyperbole. You got to mean it, and it's not like, oh, they should have cast somebody with different color eyes or give her contacts. That's not ruined the role. That's, oh, they just made a mistake. They did something wrong here.
Yeah, like, oh my god, like, oh, there you
and here's
go.
another, some more Snyder.
Yep.
Ben Affleck is older, bitter, more violent Batman. Ooh, I like the idea. Should have been Carl Urban. I don't know that I'd agree.
Batman, eh? I don't know.
I don't know that I agree with that. I don't. Again, this was, to me, this was not a his fault kind of thing. I kind of liked a grizzled thing. I would have liked. I need somebody a little older than him actually for this, but I would like to see a Batman Beyond movie eventually.
That's what I was going to say. I like the idea of the old grizzled Batman, and he's not. He doesn't have it like he did, so he's got to be brutal now.
Yeah. And, like, I get that. It's like, there's some things I just hated, but that was all, like, from Snyder's mouth. Like, they basically say, I will fucking kill you, and, like, all this stuff. But, like, yeah.
Like, before, Batman would just be like, you know, I'm going to, you know, trap you and send you to the police. But now it's like, I'm too old to be fucking around now. I'm just going to fuck you up fast, and that's going to be it.
Yep. Yeah, that's exactly it. He's like, yeah, no time for finesse.
Yeah, I'm just going to fuck you up.
Yeah. All right. Cara Delevingne in Valerian in the City of...
Oh,
no, it's
Valerian.
not that. Valerian in the City of a Thousand Planets. I was like, I don't think any actors ruined their roles. I think this movie was trash. That's
Agreed. Like, who were they saying should have been in that role?
It doesn't. It just... But, like, yeah. Oh, and she said the dude who played Valerian was a bit better. So what? Like, they were not. It's all terrible. It's all terrible.
Way better than he was.
Yeah. She's got that eyebrow game, son. All right, what's this? Kyle Reese. No, it's not. It's no. This is Terminator Genesis.
God, yeah. I don't know. The whole movie was trash. There's nothing you can really. Is this what made that movie bad? Like, no.
No. Jai Courtney, right? That's his name? Yeah. He's just, I don't like him in anything. Like, I've seen him in so many things, and I've never cared for him in any of them.
Agreed.
So it's like,
agreed.
So it's, and again,
he
you're
should
playing...
understand who he is and go the Casper Van Dien route.
Yeah.
Make a bunch of B movies, make us all happy, go away.
Yeah. He could be, and that's the thing, he could be like the Arnold Schwarzenegger of B movies. Like, he could be a big action star in that level if he wanted to be.
Oh, totally.
Oh, well. You know who I thought it was, actually, at first glance? I thought that was Jonah Hill. Legitimately.
Jonah Hill.
I looked at it, I'm like, Jonah Hill, what is this? And then I looked, and I'm like, oh, that is not Jonah Hill.
Maybe now Jonah Hill should be listening to this.
Yeah, Jonah, you're the next Kyle Reese, buddy.
Yep. Black Friday.
All right.
How
old is
this? Chris Pratt.
This is a very old, like, I just saw this online today, and I was like, oh, it'd be funny if we went through this. It says, I don't care if it isn't out yet. I've seen all the trailers. I'm like, holy crap, that's old.
So they're obviously talking about Chris Pratt as...
Yeah.
As Mario.
There was nothing wrong with this movie.
I like that.
In my opinion, yeah, like, what I think that people don't understand how much they didn't want to hear Charles Martinet. That's
insane. I would rather hear Charles Martinet, but you know.
No, but do you want to hear him for 2 hours doing this voice?
It wasn't 2 hours. Like, no.
Well, no, but you know, okay, even 90 minutes, like 90 minutes, even an hour straight of him like delivering the lines that were written in this movie as Mario's voice. I feel like it would be real old, real fast.
Right. Well, plus, you know, everybody wants a celebrity. You have to have, like...
Yeah.
Could the guy who did Bowser be Bowser? No.
No.
You have to have a celebrity. You have to have Jack Black, right? Like...
Yeah. He's grizzled enough in sound. But,
And beard.
Yeah, it was... Yeah, like, I could have used, like, if you wanted, like, to really pick a voice actor, like, I think, like, they nailed it with Bob Hoskins in a way. It's just the movie was garbage. But, like, you could have that kind of, like, you could have Brooklyn guys, right? And, like, have that kind of vibe. But, yeah, like, I was just, like, the role did not get ruined by the actor, which, again, is, like, the whole conceit of this article, right?
And who was it Charlie Day Luigi?
Yes.
Or no, yeah?
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, I like that movie. Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Disagree on that one. All right, Idris Elba in The Dark Tower. I don't really...
All I know is that the movie was garbage. You cannot put that book into such a short movie. I don't know who you could or could not have cast because they never read the book, so I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't see this movie, so I don't really know how.
I never read the book. I never saw the movie. I don't know,
Yeah. I read the book, but like years and years and years and years and years ago. And I was on like a really big like Stephen King stint at one point. And I read all kinds of like, I was reading like The Talisman and like all sorts of like, whatever, right? But yeah, it was like, it was a slog. The Dark Tower is such a slog because it's so long. It's like reading the Bible 5 times. But yeah. All right. Oh,
the Da Vinci Code.
I don't think casting Tom Hanks in anything doesn't make a movie bad. I think that the Da Vinci Code... Movies. No, but I also think that the Da Vinci Code was a bad book. So I was like, I don't think anything got ruined. I think exactly what happened showed up on screen.
I read that book. I hated it.
Yeah, it's like... It's just, who cares?
Exactly. Like, wow.
You know what I invite you to do? Anybody, go on YouTube and look up, it's from Last Week Tonight. It's like one of their web exclusives or something like that. And he just talks about the first book and movie and just like breaks out and he's like how the whole thing, and he's like, and the secret code was Apple, which we knew in the first, like, he's like, I solved it in the first like 2 minutes. And he's like, but just the way he like goes after like certain characters and certain things. It's like 20 minutes long of him just annihilating this movie. He also does one for Air Bud, which is hilarious as well. Go check those out.
Bud.
Literally, and it's just
how dare he? Air Bud is airtight.
They're so good. And no matter your politics, if you're somebody who does not like him because he's a libtard cuck, you would still like these web shorts because they're completely apolitical. They're just calling shit out, and it's funny.
Fucking Air Bud, how dare he?
Yeah. All right.
50 Shades of Grey.
Jamie Dornan as Ian. I hate that this person keeps trying to cast his own people or her own people. I don't know. It's provided by Bored Panda. Whoever Bored Panda is thinks that Ian Somerhalder would have been better. I'm like, nobody gives a shit about Ian Somerhalder. If you're not like a 16-year-old girl, you're not caring about Ian Somerhalder.
They don't care either.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, they talked about other people as they were leading up to this role. They were talking about like Charlie Hunnam and like all these. I think he had the role and then had to back out for whatever reason. But I don't think it matters.
A better casting choice would have been Buddy from Twisters.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we have somebody in our chat. The name is on the chat. Oh, it's the Brocast. Hey, how you guys doing? I did an interview with them. Hey, wait, now am I forgetting? Now I'm having such bad memory today. It's all from my headache, but it's so nice to see you on here. Yeah, on here in the chat, it just says I have to like highlight to see the name, but it's really good to see you.
Are you talking to me?
No, I was talking to the people in the chat, but it's good to see you too for as much as I can. Yes. I can't see them. I just mean see. They're not talking. They were in the chat. They typed words.
Oh, what did they type?
That's why. Can you see this? They said, "What's up, gentlemen? Long time listener." So if I show this on stream, tell me if you can see this on your screen. Can you see that? It says long time listener.
Nope.
No. Oh, okay. Oh, that would have been more helpful. All right, that's cool that exists.
I'm looking at this handsome devil. That's what I'm looking at.
Yeah, can't get enough of it.
Next to his helicopter.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
There you go.
That's the end of it. Okay. I don't know. Are there any people who you think that were like missing from this list? That becomes the next question. I'm going to unshare this now.
Wait a second. I'm trying to think of like when I was like, why would this person? What movie? Oh, guaranteed. There's people.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time thinking of any of them off the top of my head.
I hated the Terminatrix.
I'm probably going to give. Yeah.
No, that one sucked.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know.
I'll tell you one person. There's the guy who I don't know if you've seen any of Fear the Walking Dead, but the one guy who played, the one kid played like the son. He was in the early episodes, and I think he was on drugs or something like that. But he acted like I kept looking at him, and I'm like, he looks like he's trying to be a Dutch Johnny Depp. Like everything, just like every little like mannerism and everything was like he was trying to be Johnny Depp in a movie that was not about zombies. And like he was just like he was doing some foreign movie or something, and I'm like, he's Dutch Johnny Depp, and I just instantly hated him and everybody who came near him. I was just like, he just like radiated off stuff.
Anybody even around him, you also hated.
Well, it was funny because the only people who I like really hated on the show were the main characters, and because there was all that family. And then they started like meeting other people, and I'm like, oh, this guy's pretty cool. I like him. It's a shame I hate all the other people, and I like don't want them to keep going on the show.
What about?
So I stopped watching. Oh,
him. Terrible casting.
Ezra Miller. I don't know why people wanted to like put all their eggs in that basket. And I think now they've just shifted to Barry Keoghan. Like it's just like whoever, like everything that Ezra Miller was, now they're just like, yeah, Barry Keoghan's him now. And I'm just like, I don't think he's better. I feel like he's going to end up like the same. But he's, my sister met him though. And he was very nice.
Ezra Miller?
No, Barry Keoghan.
Oh, okay, thank God.
Yeah, no. If my sister met Barry Keoghan, we would have gone to her funeral and. Or not, if my sister met Ezra Miller.
Ezra Miller, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, hopefully he's a nice guy. Like, what the hell wouldn't you be?
Yeah.
He's not Johnny Depp yet. You can be an asshole to people. You know, you gotta work up to that.
Exactly. You gotta earn asshole.
Yeah.
And even then, yeah, I want to be so important that I just get marched past everybody on a red carpet. I don't want to talk to people.
And life. Life's the red carpet. You get marched past everybody in life.
Yeah, for sure. All right, my man, I think that this is as good a place as any to call it. I think this was a good first experiment with doing this remotely using Riverside and actually getting some viewers. We had people on both on YouTube and Twitch watching at one point or another. And
well, hell yeah.
So we could definitely try this again. Even if you're still like here, we could still do all of these things. It's
even if it will be in the same room too. We'll just do it like this.
Yeah, that's fine. Awesome. Yeah, you can go. Yeah, you be on your phone laying on my couch.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And I'll be here not wearing pants.
Oh, great.
Well, I'm not. I'm wearing shorts. It's nothing too crazy.
You were wearing pants. Did you take them off?
No, I was wearing shorts before.
You were not wearing shorts. You were wearing pants.
Dude, I have not changed. We're showing them off.
Stand up. Oh, you are wearing shorts. Okay. All right. Okay. I see ya.
It's because I got short little hobbit legs. Everything looks like pants on me.
Right, yeah. That's it, yeah.
Alrighty, but we will call it there. Tune in next week. You get a new episode, new commentary from us. And now that Todd is back for the winter, as soon as I'm back from Disney, we'll both be around and we'll be able to knock out some shit.
Yes.
Make sure to keep an eye out for that. And maybe we'll even luck out. I'm going to tease something we've talked about a million times, and maybe we could figure out how to do it before you go back to work. I really, really would like to try and do our big like Canon 24-hour stream.
Yes. That would be amazing.
I would love to be able to figure that out, but
oh my God.
I got to just get rid of my whole family first. That's the only hard part.
Exactly. Yeah.
Alrighty. Yes, we'll leave it at that. Wherever you are checking this out right now, if you're on Twitch, make sure to follow on there. If you are on YouTube, make sure to like and subscribe. Get the notifications so you know when we got new episodes coming out. If you are listening to this audio podcast, make sure that you are rating and reviewing wherever you do that, because it all helps us get seen. Follow us, check our show notes, follow us on all our socials and all those good things. And until next time, I say peace.
Later.
That was fun.
The glass